Thank you very much. Let's continue talking with Dr. Josh Davis.
Yes, he is our veterinarian, and he can tell you lots of things about your puppies and your kitties and get your questions answered.
All right, let's go to Jennifer. Hello, Jennifer.
Hello, good morning.
Hi.
Good morning.
Where are you, Jennifer?
I'm calling from Harriman.
Okay, and tell us what your dog or cat's name is.
The cat's name is Stella. I have 2 Sphinx already, and I just recently took in somebody's little female Sphinx that they just didn't have the time or energy to give to a Sphinx cat. They love the attention, right? And so I brought her home, and they had her declawed. I have never owned a cat that's been declawed, and she's really, really sensitive when I touch her on her back and her tail, and I'm just wondering if one, what is your take on declawing, and then 2, what should I watch for? Are there any long-term effects that can come from having a cat declawed?
Yeah, that's a great question for sure. And fellow Sphinx lover myself, I think they're such great cats. So good for you for taking on, one that needed some help. Declawing, generally, the consensus is I won't do it, and kind of the consensus is not to do it unless there's a medical reason. So just kind of declawing for convenience. I haven't done that for probably 15 years. It's been a long time since I've declawed for just, for that. But the biggest factors that I've run into over the years is if the declaw surgery isn't done right or done completely, sometimes it'll leave some of that that fingertip bone behind, and so over time that can either regrow a nail if they didn't get all the nail bed off, or their tendons can kind of scar and contract over time. And I've seen them actually pull the bone like through the bottom of their pad, which becomes really painful over time. So sometimes you have to correct those surgically for that, but if it's done well and they healed well, they'll probably be okay for the most part, but those are things I would watch out for.
What about the
time.
sensitivity touching their back and tail? That wouldn't have anything to do with declawing.
I wouldn't expect that unless like all 4 feet were declawed, which usually they don't do the back feet regardless of that. So, but Sphinx are, they don't have any hair, so they can be a little more touchy and a little more sensitive to certain areas, but I would just kind of see how it goes over time. I don't think I'd be super worried because there's all sorts of stresses going on when you get a new cat, and there's already existing cats too.
All right.
So,
okay.
All
right.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
All right. See ya.
Thank you. Let's go to Lacey. Hello, Lacey.
Lacey, where are you calling from?
Hello. Park City, Heber Valley.
Okay, and you have a, what is it, a cat? What's the cat's name?
I have a Lord Tweenky.
Lord Tweenky.
oh, that's awesome.
Yes.
Lord.
What's Lord Tweenky's problem? Other than his name.
No, there's no problem there.
So he, for some reason, has been pulling out fur just in this one spot on his belly around his nipple. I don't know if that's... Should I do something about that? I don't know.
He's got an itchy nipple.
Yeah.
I think so.
Cats can do that for a variety of reasons. I'm actually, one of my cats, I'm dealing with the same thing right now too. But there can be a variety of reasons. So skin allergies or allergic skin disease can be part of it. Food allergies can be part of it. Sometimes even pain can be a contributing factor to that. So if cats are experiencing pain in their mouth, sometimes in other places they will lick or chew excessively for that. And then much less commonly, sometimes they'll do it for behavior reasons, stress or other reasons, but it's not always just like easy to find that. You sometimes have to really do some observation and rule out any medical problems for that. And as long as they're not, eating holes in their skin or licking to where they're raw and bloody, you have some time to try and figure it out. But there could be a lot of factors to it for sure.
So it's nothing definitive there, but if it's not hurting the cat.
Yeah, you've got some time to figure it out, but they will. They'll make their entire chest and belly bare of fur. I've seen cats literally barber themselves naked on that bottom side. So it's worth figuring out if you can.
Maybe it's that he thinks the public deserves to see Lord Twinky's nipple. This behold Lord Twinky's nipple. All right.
Thanks, Lacey.
Thank you.
All right. Behold.
Let's go to Jeff. Jeff, hi.
Jeff.
Hello.
Hey, hi. Where are you calling from, Jeff?
I'm calling from West Valley.
Yeah, and you got a boxer. What's his name?
Her name's Gracie.
Gracie. Okay.
Yeah.
What's the question?
I'm not quite sure how old she is. A little over a year, I think. I think she's finally done growing. Anyway, she has a terrible dandruff. I have a couple different shampoos that were recommended, medicated type stuff, and an hour after I use them, it's just back.
Yeah, and that for that situation, so certain types of shampoos can be helpful for keeping the dead skin off of them, keeping them clean that way. Because dead skin, if there's too much there, that can cause them to be kind of itchy and irritated. But dander it often comes from some sources. So their diet can be a factor for that. So making sure they're on a good, high quality diet, that really matters for their skin and hair. And then some dogs will benefit from supplements like fatty acid, kind of fish oil type of supplements. Some can benefit from zinc supplements if they fall into a specific category. And I wouldn't do that without checking on it.
I was told that it had something to do with a yeast thing. I don't know if that's...
The yeast can be kind of secondary to the problem of the dry, flaky skin. Once the skin's unhealthy, it's easier for them to grow yeast and bacteria because the normal defenses are kind of broken down by having the dry, flaky skin. So yeast can be part of it, but it's probably not causing the problem. It's probably just kind of opportunistically there.
There you go. Thanks, Jeff.
All right. Thanks, John.
Thank you.
See ya.
All right. Question from our attorney. My dog, Attila the Hun, gets bloody diarrhea for a day every 3 weeks or so, and then the next day she's fine.
That's so weird.
What is up with that?
That's interesting that it's on a specific schedule like that. So, I mean, I would make sure there's not something in the routine around the house or boarding or grooming, any routine that might be contributing to that, because bloody diarrhea, a single day and it resolves. I don't get too worried about that, but I don't want to rule out underlying medical problems. And then, is there something stressful during that period? Is there something else that changes or is going on? Because even just stress of boarding or grooming, some dogs will get bloody diarrhea from that, and then they'll be fine. So if it resolves, probably not worried, but, rule out parasites, rule out other things, then go from there.
Text question. My name is Tiffany. I have a 9-year-old Shiba Inu Husky mix named Roo. For whatever reason, he started eating the soil out of a pot with a tomato plant in it.
Ugh.
As far as I know, that's the only pot that he's eating out of. Any idea why and what I can do to stop it? He had a physical done by a vet since, but they didn't address it.
Interesting. Things that would come to mind. I mean, the tomato plants themselves. Some dogs like to there's certain flavors or certain smells that they like. If the potting soil in the pot for some reason they're just drawn to that, you might try to switch that up, or just my recommendation is keep it unavailable, because if they do eat enough dirt, they can get obstructions, and if they eat the plant material, they can get GI upset and things like that.
I'm here to tell you, eat enough dirt, it stops you up. I can tell you that.
Yeah, you don't want that. There's just something drawing the pet. If that's the only place it's bothering, something's just drawing it there.
Final question: is it okay to feed my dog fruits like grapes and strawberries?
No grapes, no raisins.
No raisins.
Those can be toxic to the wrong dog. Some dogs get away with it, but it's not worth finding out about that. A strawberry here or there, a piece of apple, baby carrot, that kind of stuff's okay in moderation. But
no
grapes, raisins, macadamias, onions, garlic, none of that stuff is safe.
None of that.
Yeah.
Alliums.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Josh Davis. You can find him at the Trilogy
Veterinary Medical Center. It's in Sandy.
All right. There you go.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thanks, you guys.